Welcome to the Yummy and Fearless podcast with the Side Chicks, where we offer our side of the issues. Thank you so much for listening. Please follow us at Yummy Fearless on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and even Pinterest, where you'll find additional content from today's show. You can also listen to us on Apple iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, and Spotify. Please rate, like, review, subscribe, and share. And if no one else has told you today, we love you. Now let's get into the show.
Begin Podfix Network transmission in 3, 2, 1.
Wow.
Okay.
So it's Pride Month.
Yep. Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month, everyone. Y'all
Happy
ready for
Pride
a
Month.
real conversation? So when we were in college, could you imagine a Pride Month happening?
No, I don't think I could not imagine in college having a Pride Month. No.
I can't either.
We've come a long way.
Oh
a
my
long way.
God. Leaps and bounds. Because think about it. There had to be gay people in college.
Oh, for sure.
But where were they?
Since the beginning of time, they were hiding out, I guess.
But like, think about how many people had to be gay and in the closet and how deep, because everybody was in everybody's business. But clearly there were like same-sex people having sex. They had to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how did they pull that off during
Survival, man. Survival. They had, you risk, ridicule, you risk being outcast, you risk being bullied, whatever. There were some people who were out. There were some people.
So there were a
out.
few people that were like cheerleaders or something.
Cheerleaders?
Or in the band. There were. You know who I'm thinking about too.
Oh, in the band. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
It was these two
guys.
Yeah. They were the only two gay people that I knew who didn't pretend to like women. These dudes never pretended to like women.
Yeah. But we all knew that there were men and women who were same sex, had an affinity for the same sex. Some of the basketball players, female basketball players.
That's true. But you know
or say female athletes, I should say.
But some of those, yeah, we assume that to be the case. But there was not like now. There weren't, even though like there were chicks that were what I understand to be a stud now, but they weren't walking around like, I'm a stud. What's up?
No, but I think that they had their own clubs, they had their own handshakes and stuff.
Handshakes?
That did not,
okay.
did not come out.
Pride Month, we would like to apologize right now. Because somebody said y'all got secret handshakes and shit. Damn.
I didn't mean it like that. I mean, they knew each other. Secret societies. They were, they knew each other. We didn't have to know because they knew each other. They knew who they were and they had their own support system based off of that knowledge.
There was this, but a lot of them still pretended. There was this one stud on the basketball team, really nice girl. But again, this is how much times have changed. Even studs, and there's what's more confident than a fucking stud?
Is stud politically correct term? Oh yeah, I guess they do go by that sometimes.
I don't know. We need a gay consultant.
We definitely do.
We need a gay consultant. So
Alexander Prince needs to come on.
Nigga, right. He Yeah, he does.
He's playing, but
anyway. But what I say that to say though, that some of them still would do things to give the impression that they were not gay. So like her, we went on this college trip to a place. We'll just say a place. And I was looking somewhere. I was going down the hall. I was looking for somebody. So I walked into the room and she was in there having sex with a dude.
What?
Yes.
I don't know what's more alarming. The fact that she was having sex with a dude,
or
the
that
fact
I was able to walk
in,
that I walk. I still am stuttering. Like, I'm like, I mean, it was shocking because one, like, I was just looking for somebody, you know, and y'all are in here getting it in. And then it's like, ma'am, you don't want that dick.
Ma'am, okay.
You don't want that dick.
Yeah, but you know, hey, maybe she did. Maybe that's the epitome. Maybe that's
dick.
being bi. Maybe that's being bisexual, like you said about other people.
But you know, I think in our era, people would even, but they still weren't even being like, I'm bi. But I think that it was kind of like being gay light. You know.
I don't know. We called it. Did we? I don't know. Maybe so. Maybe
nobody
so.
even. But even like, you know how everything has like all these names now. Like, I'm non-binary.
Yeah.
Binary, whatever.
Which I think is great. I mean, you know, hey,
yeah,
whatever's clever, man.
But just like not so long ago, there were not even terms, and we're not talking about in the 1940s, folks.
Yeah.
But
this
so
was
there
not that long ago.
Yeah, this wasn't that long ago. So people weren't walking around like, I'm bisexual, you know, all of these different sexual identities. You were heterosexual or you were so deeply closeted.
Yeah. But I think that that's the testament to the progress that we've made, because and I attribute it to just social media and the fact that now, you know how Facebook has this marketing campaign that says find your tribe type of thing. So I think that people are more easily able to find their tribe and realize that they are not the only ones who don't fit into one or the other. I'm not one or the other. I'm somewhere in the middle, you know? So that's where all the spectrum of, you know, non-binary and, you know, they, them, and he, her, you know, I think that is what empowers them to be able to live in that truth. Because just like us, I mean, this is to a lesser degree. I'm not trying to equate our situation or our plight to that of homosexuals, but I'm just saying that when we were coming up, it was like black or white. You know, people were like, because we did not fit into the stereotypical or the typical idea of what people thought black girls should be. It was like, where y'all from? What y'all? Like, what y'all doing?
What's wrong?
Like we were black girls who listened to rock music. We were black girls who liked fucking bird watching and shit like that. I mean,
like nature,
and we also liked NWA, you know. So we didn't fit into one or the other.
We were non-binary.
We're non-binary.
We were fucking non-binary.
Now there's a group for that, and it's called Afro punk.
Right.
I mean, so we could have very easily fit into Afro punk or Afrofuturism or whatever, you know.
But there was nothing.
There was nothing like that back then.
And so people were like, and we went to college with like a lot of people from Detroit. And this is back when Detroit was where players really played.
Yes.
Like for real. Like this shit don't even exist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So Afro punk in that just wasn't a typical thing that most people would interact with.
Mm-hmm.
So much so to where people would be like, y'all are gay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And it was like, and quite frankly, I mean, it was either you're either normal, or you're normal and black, or you're weird,
or you're
something.
weird, or
so there was no in between. There was no So to me, I really applaud the whole, Afrofuturism and all these different spectrums of what it means to be Black. You can't put us in a, not to mention just biologically, there are so many different, just like there are lots of different types of white people, there are a lot of different ethnicities and types of Black people. So,
but and the other thing is, what's crazy though is because at a Black college, often though, for a lot of those people, that's the first time that they've lived with any type of diversity of Black people.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be Black and feel like you're used to Black, but that doesn't mean that you've been exposed to this type of Black person.
Exactly.
And so that's part of what, you can go to a Black college and it still have a diverse experience.
Yes, from all. Yeah. That's what I really like about that's a positive thing that has come out of, say, social media and finding your people, because you realize, oh, I'm not the only one.
It ain't just me.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was just me until I met you. Then I thought it was just us. Because this is just us. We are just.
It seemed like it was just us in cutoff shorts, just traversing throughout the country, just
rocking out, man.
Right.
Rocking out. And I really thought that it was just the two of. Now I realize, oh, it's a lot of people like us. We just didn't have the benefit of having that group, that tribal, that feel of, okay, this is where we belong. Luckily, thank God, at least for me, we found each other, because I would have been out here like, I'm just a weirdo. Yes. I would have really thought I was weird. And I'm sure on some level, people who are non-binary or somewhere on the spectrum, or, they don't identify with male or female, they feel, God bless them, because they found that they are not the only ones. Exactly. They are not the only ones.
It's not just you. It's not just you. I know. I just feel like, I just thank the universe that, we were able to find each other, that think about all the things that had to happen for us to be at the same place at the same time, in the same space. So I'm thankful for that. Yes. But the crazy part is, as different, air quotes, as some people act like we were, niggas don't never care.
Oh, for sure.
Men don't care.
I learned that when I met you. Like, they don't care. They do not
care. I don't care what you're talking about. I don't care how you're talking. I don't care how many soup coat jackets, from Goodwill you have on.
Yes. Niggas, how many cutoff shorts and Timberland boots
and old knockoff Birkenstocks and that you rocking, and roller skates
and tie-dye shirts. They don't care.
Right.
They don't care.
Right. They don't care. They do not care. But speaking of non-binary, Janelle Monáe, she recently came out the closet as non-binary. So now she's telling fans that
not surprised by that, but okay.
You know what? I guess I kind of wasn't. I don't know. I think I was both. I was kind of not surprised and surprised. But now she's telling fans that she's not a woman. Yesterday, she showed her pride while she served as Grand Marshal of the Pride Parade in West Hollywood, California. And she said, I feel like God is so much bigger than the he or the she. And if I am from God, I am everything. I am everything. But I will always, always stand with women. I will always stand with Black women. But I just see everything that I am beyond the binary. Which is interesting.
Okay.
Which is interesting.
I cannot. Okay. So in all fairness, I cannot sit here and on one hand applaud the progress that we've made for not having to fit into a box now, because we found our people, and vilify Janelle
at the same time.
Whatever the fuck she's talking about. I can't do it. I can't in just good conscience do that.
Oh my gosh. So you don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
I think sometimes we can be a little deeper than we need to be. It ain't that deep. It's just wow. I do, can we just say that we fit on we don't fit in one box or another. If you're gonna divide us into two things, either this or that, no, I don't fit into that. But when you start saying, I'm everything.
I'm not a woman. I'm not.
Oh,
I
did you sound like
can't.
Prince? A little bit.
So, I guess because I don't have a personal frame of reference for this,
But you do.
I feel like a woman, completely, and having a vagina and stuff is just, I think this is the truth. I am a woman and that's what I feel like. So I don't have any personal frame of reference to feel like, oh, I feel kind of like this and I feel like neither. I don't. I feel 3,000,000% chick. Like I don't feel no masculine, nothing.
But there are other things that you don't necessarily feel 100% that thing that you're supposed to be. I'm going to give you an example. Like, because I am old, but I don't feel like I'm old. I feel like I am part old and part young.
I agree.
Don't put me in a box. I am not.
I agree.
Oh, so I feel like I'm not. That makes me non-binary. I don't know. Unfortunately, we don't say. It's not politically correct to say people are either old or young. But they say it in other ways. They do say it in other ways, by the way you're treated, by the way you're paid, by the way you're hired, by the way you're marketed to. So even though nobody's coming out and saying, oh, well, you look like an old person, so I just figured you would like this type of old person thing, as just like they would say for genders, I do feel like I'm in somewhere in the middle. I'm not,
I don't feel. That is correct. That is an excellent example because I feel both old and young.
Mm-hmm.
Like I need a nap and I'm immature, so like I got it all.
Exactly.
I got everything. So
yeah. So I might want to wear some, I might be attracted to, pigtails and pink unicorns on one day. Young, right?
Yeah.
On the other hand, I might need to get some food that I don't have to chew.
Right.
Oh,
right. Oh, some old shit. Yeah.
And I need my readers. So there's that.
Oh my God. I'm so dependent on my readers that
so
that part there. Yeah, that's crazy. But that's what Janelle Monáe.
Janelle, I think I like Janelle Monáe. I like her a lot. And I think she's beautiful. She's like legit stunning. She is legit.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Stunning. I think she might have not done herself. I think she might have done herself a disservice on some level though. And I hate to say that. And it's not fair necessarily that, that people, because now people are putting you in a box and it's not a binary box. It's in you might just be a weirdo box. So I don't think that's who she is. I don't think that's what she wants to say. I think she wants to say things about her talent and even her beauty on some level, but I don't know that she's done herself any favors by being and I'm not saying she shouldn't be outspoken about pride and gay rights. I think that's super legit, but it got weird for a minute.
Yeah, it's you know what, like you say, things have just changed so much and they're changing so rapidly. Sometimes it's just a lot to understand and keep up with, so like I really kind of like struggle to be like, okay, so what does this mean now? What does this infer now? That's how rapidly this stuff is evolving. Mm-hmm. And I just ask that people give us the opportunity to catch up,
to learn.
And so that even when people are saying dumb things or asking questions that seem dumb, I mean, I don't fucking know. I don't know. I have no personal frame of reference. I don't know anybody. I'm guessing, so it's gonna.
And we need to be educated too. Some things are just an education, I'm out with that. I understand. At first, I didn't understand non-binary. I didn't understand.
I didn't either.
Pronoun situation, but I'm beginning to understand that a lot better. It's just need education. That's all. I may say something ignorant too, and I apologize for that's my disclaimer. I'm going to apologize in advance because sometimes I can be extremely ignorant, and I'm learning.
As am I. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I'm just telling you the truth. I don't know. So what do you think about this? Boosie Badass says that he is open to having threesomes with bisexual women, but that does not mean he supports gay marriage. His quote is, "Me having threesomes doesn't mean I support gay marriages. That doesn't mean that I support transgender stuff. A lot of transgender people, the ones that be coming in my DM and stuff, they always come at me with that. They be like, you got a song talking about having threesomes with girls, but that doesn't mean that's my religion," Boosie added. And Boosie is notorious for making several homophobic remarks over the years, but he denies being homophobic. He denies being homophobic. He says that don't mean I hate you or feel no type of way that what you're doing. I don't. That's you. This me. That's not a sentence, but okay. This me. I just state how I feel about certain situations. That's what people get mad at me about, because I'm the one going to say it, and I'm the one that's going to stand on it. That's Boosie.
He's ignorant, but I don't blame him.
He is ignorant.
He's ignorant, and I think he knows that he's ignorant. And I think, I'm going to give him grace on that a little bit, because I don't think that he means any harm, but it can be harmful, some of the things he's saying, but I don't blame him, because he's been conditioned like the rest of us, all of us. Whenever you hear, I got news for you guys. Whenever you see or hear a young girl say, "Oh, I want to get married and have a big wedding," and that is all the conditioning, the same conditioning that Boosie has had.
Yeah,
it's this whole ideal image of what marriage means. Well, you know my feelings about marriage. I really don't give a fuck who marries who, as long as it's two consenting adults. You can marry a fucking goat for all I care. I don't care. But if the goat consents. But I just think that, he is he's a product of his environment, and his environment is the one that we were all kind of conditioned to believe, that what marriage is, what love is, what, the heterosexual, I think they call it heteronormative. Right. This heteronormative idea of what is, acceptable and not. So I don't necessarily blame him, because we've all are subject to that conditioning. Yeah. He's ignorant though. He gotta get educated.
Ignorant. He's definitely ignorant. And he sticks with it. Like
he's ignorant.
He doesn't waver. Yeah, he does not waver. He has a position, and that's that. But this is the same person that paid for his child to get fellatio performed on as a minor.
No.
Yeah.
That's foul on the play. Mm-hmm. Foul on the play. Mm-hmm. That is aberrant. Grotesque. That is aberrant. Can I call the police? What's his phone number? I want to call the police.
I know. It's disgusting.
That's ridiculous.
It's disgusting.
That's child abuse.
It's absolutely child abuse. And I think that same child recently thought that he was a father, because Boosie thought he was a grandfather. Well, who's shocked that this kid is having sex because his daddy paid for him to get head while he was still young as hell?
Who is the mother? Who is the fucking mother? Who would let this?
Who's having threesomes with Boosie? Like how bad is your economic situation?
Is he like 5 feet? How tall is this dude?
I think I could carry him on my hip. Yeah. Like he's tiny,
like a little,
and he always has like that shit built up in the corners of his mouth, like spit while he talks.
Too. He got peanut head.
It's like, who the fuck would have a threesome with Boosie? And he always talking about it.
And a child. Who would have a child with him?
Right.
The fact that he has
multiple children. Multiple children. But he stays in a very economically disadvantaged area in Louisiana.
Why?
So this has to be economics.
Oh my.
You're not right. Oh Lord, that's funny. That saying comes from him. You're not fucking Boosie if your money right.
Yeah, that's like one of the last things you want to do.
You are not.
I'd rather kiss a rock.
Okay. That's just
He's not easy on the eyes. And I'm not saying that he's terrible on the eyes.
No.
But he just reminds me of a little peanut.
Little in the shit that comes out of his mouth. Ugh. No.
Not that alone.
No.
Who is letting him climb up on them? Yuck.
Right. Can we say gross?
Yuck.
Yucky.
Fucking yuck.
Disgusting.
Boosie, learn some things. You need an education, re-education. I know you have gay people in your family. So, because we all do.
You know what? The gay people in my family are so deep in the closet.
You don't know who they are? Is that what it is?
I don't fucking know who they are.
Well, maybe they don't come around because they're afraid of being,
ostracized.
Yeah.
I don't know. We would support. I feel like we would support them.
Would you though?
I don't care. Like, I don't care. I have enough problems managing my own life.
Say
I
it, girl.
can't manage
Amen.
you and your penis or vagina.
Yes.
Like, that ain't my shit.
Yeah.
That
I think
ain't
I think this is my own personal belief. I think that is true more than it isn't. I think that in most families, at least Black families, people may think they will be ostracized, but I don't think they will be. I think that we don't
got too much other shit to do.
We don't care like that. We gonna love on you.
Right.
If you're an asshole, we gonna call you an asshole. It had nothing to do with you being gay.
I don't believe most people today are on that shit. Just like, so wherever the gay people are in my family, I've heard of some people on the down low, but again, they are so down low that like I have no idea.
What would they do though? What would be an appropriate gesture to reveal themselves? Bring a significant other to dinner, to Thanksgiving?
Stop lying.
What they gonna do? Hey, by the way, because then all you're gonna do is say, I don't care. It doesn't become an issue unless they, you're having a family gathering or something, or they bring them to church or something.
But how do people announce their heterosexual situations? They announce those.
No. Oh, well, you mean just like, hey, this is my friend so and so. This is my girlfriend.
I'm doing this. What's up with your girl? They do that.
Yeah. That would be the only way that would come out, I guess. That's the only way to come out, because otherwise it would be too weird. It would be too weird to be like, hey, everybody's attention. I'm gonna make an announcement.
Listen. I know. I don't know.
But we all have them in our family. We do.
So you think there's in every family?
Yes, in every family. And to me, there are so many worse things that somebody could be besides gay.
I could care less.
There could be so many. If you ever had pedophiles in your family, if you've ever had thieves in your family, if you've ever had crackheads or something like that in your family, like there's so many worse things. To me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me.
I don't care.
And I have gay people in my family.
Okay. Huh.
But again, this is a whole different era now than it was, say, 10 years ago. So
even 10 years ago, ain't that crazy?
Amen.
Huh. So what about the guy that we hope to bring on as a guest on our show?
What about him?
What's his what does he identify as? Do you know?
I do not know. I do not know. Okay. I think he's had situationships. Speaking of situationships, yeah, we can talk about that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he identifies as. I do know that he likes women. I know that, but I don't know if he like, maybe he's non-binary or something. Maybe he doesn't identify as. I don't know if that's the meaning of non-binary, actually. I'm
not an expert on non-binary meaning. The most I know is what Janelle Monáe said.
Sexually fluid. Maybe that's the thing that people are. Fluid
I don't
sexuality.
know. I just don't fucking know. And I'm old enough to where I don't have peers to be that. I think most people my age, if they hadn't been out yet, they're staying in.
Well, I don't know. I mean, what's his name? Bruce Jenner. He waited till he was 100 years old and came out. So it can happen.
He did.
Just because somebody didn't come out yet doesn't mean they.
That's true.
Won't.
That's true. There's still time.
And this motherfucker turned into a whole woman.
Not
just gay. No, I want to be a woman. I want my shit cut off.
He like, take it. I don't need this.
I don't need it. Don't need it.
Right. I'm good.
Thank you for listening. If you like what you heard, review, subscribe, and share. It helps other listeners find us. And don't forget to follow us at Yummy Fearless on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and even Pinterest, where you'll find additional content from today's show and also our highly curated He Can Get It list. As always, you can listen to the Yummy and Fearless podcast with the Side Chicks on Apple iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, and Spotify. And if no one else has told you today, we love you and thank you so much for listening.
You've been listening to a podcast of the Podfix Network. Discover more audible gems like this at podfixnetwork.com. Make sure to catch up-to-the-minute network shenanigans by following @Podfix on Twitter, official_Podfix on Instagram, @Podfix Network on Facebook. And make sure to subscribe to Podfix Presents wherever you choose to find podcasts. The Podfix Network, artist owned and loved.